Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
Your teacup is buttering my feathers.
I'm so sorry.
Remember, you're watching me on TV.
I call shade.
I'm looking fat and fabulous. I mean, just...
That's all we can ask for, really.
You're the queen, you know what I mean.
Exotic.
If I get cold.
No one said we were having cocktails.
These will be mocktails. I was told that they didn't want to have anything too alcoholic beforehand.
I just need a hard vodka.
Well, thank you so much. Is that?
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming to hang out with me.
Hi.
So we're here with the season 12 Drag Race cast. Super excited to have you.
Excited
You guys
to be here.
pumped about this new season? Around the world.
So excited.
Ecstatic,
Yeah.
anxious, elated, a little bit of everything.
Thrilled.
I just figured this out, but it was exactly 1 year ago from the night of the premiere that we had to submit our audition tapes by. Because end
Yeah.
of February
It was, yeah, it
last
was.
year.
Oh my god, and I was here.
And here
when
we
you
are.
did it, yeah.
1 year later. So yes, we've been waiting a minute.
Full circle
Yeah, I can
moments.
imagine. What was like during that time period? Was it really hard to just like not like tell everyone that this is happening? Because they don't let people know that you guys are the actual queens until like just before.
Right. Well, I have a big mouth, so it was very hard for me to stay. But I have a big mouth, but also I don't really talk to that many people back at home. So it was like hard for me not to like constantly talk about it. But I didn't have anyone to talk to about it, so it was hard but not hard at the same time.
There's also a big number attached to that little NDA.
Okay,
signed.
honey.
Oh, I
so
can
that
imagine.
definitely tied us down a little bit. So
Okay.
can't afford that one.
Cannot.
No time for lawyers, right, girls?
Or money.
that?
No time. So, Crystal, we'll start with a question for you. When
Awesome.
did the whole experience become real for you?
I don't think it's real yet. It's still so crazy. It's a dream come true. I feel like RuPaul's Drag Race is a lot of our favorite TV shows. It's like one of the only things I care about. This is like the Olympics. And so I think I'm just so excited to see how like all the fans and stuff react. You know, I've never had a platform like this before. So I'm nervous, I'm excited. I'm a little constipated.
Oh, there you go. That'll do it. I just realized that I didn't even start making these cocktails. We're just sitting here.
Oh my
looking at
goodness.
these
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so
This
here
was
we
just the
go.
mixer
This
before.
was just, it was just the
What kind
opening
of
up, you know, a
hostess?
little foreplay, so to
Yum.
speak. You know, that early teaser question.
Oh my
You could add more to
goodness.
mine.
You're prepping us. You're prepping us.
Yeah,
It's true.
exactly. You know, soften it up. Little liquid lubricant.
Delish.
There
Soften it
is
up.
some edible glitter and gummies there. They are
I've never had
full
edible glitter.
fantasy.
Oh, should we dab it into our highlights,
I'm
girls?
honey.
Please.
Oh, thank you, Ms.
There we go.
Closet.
So this drink is a peach better have my honey.
Yeah.
Bitch
You know,
better have
peach.
my honey.
Peach better have my honey.
Cheers.
Cheers,
ladies. Cheers. Thanks for having us. Now it's like we're real hanging
Oh
out.
my God, oh my
Now
God.
it's like we're in
What's that
Untucked.
This is
Yeah,
so
exactly.
casual.
Little kiki.
Flashback.
This is so random.
Oh, are these edible?
They are indeed. Not the cherries behind you,
Edible?
though.
Did
You
don't
say
eat
they're
those.
edible?
Edibles or edibles?
They're edibles.
The
yes.
cherry ones are good though.
They are edible. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's cherries and sharks, I think, and mermaid
You just,
tails.
you're just gonna stick it right in there.
Yes.
Just gotta put it in.
So let's go ahead and ask. When you walked into the workroom, who did you think was your biggest competition?
Well, when I walked in, the only person I recognized at first, is this giving stuff away? I don't know. First person, I don't know what I'm allowed to say. Am I allowed to say anything about the order
a little
of the
red
workroom?
dot just like
Myself.
goes on her forehead.
Myself, I looked in the mirror.
know if I
said,
am. We
can
"She's
talk about
to
people we
be
know."
something."
That's tea though.
Okay, the New York queens that I knew, and I knew their talents, I was like, like excited to be with them, but then I was like, oh crap, I know exactly what this bitch can do. Can we say?
Yeah, of course. You can
and
say whatever you want.
In like the friendly way. Yeah, and I was like, oh, there's some talented, at least the New York queens I knew. I was like ready to like get after it with them. So yeah, that was cool and scary, but exciting. Like, how cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So you mentioned, as she was saying, what hers was, that the competition was in the mirror. So what?
Yes.
That's some tea.
Yeah, that is some tea. It's
How so?
hot tea. I just listen. Well, you know, first impressions.
hot tea.
You don't really have a lot of time in your head when you're there to like process first impressions of everything because you're like, wow, there's 13 cameras at every angle and a billion people in this room other than myself, and you know, you don't have time to think about it. So once you kind of are getting comfortable with it, for lack of a better term, you do kind of understand that your biggest competition is yourself, and I think that was a benefit. I think everybody felt that way, and that benefited everybody in the regards of how we feel about each other. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk memes. I imagine that there's the season's probably rife with like
Memes.
Yeah, not Mimi Emperor.
Kennedy.
Memes. Yes.
People have already started making memes out of me. So I'm literally from the Billboard interview. There's one of like, well, it's something like you're going to do a choreograph challenge, and then it goes to someone who is the choreographer, like, and it's me just sitting there like at the Billboards, like.
Oh my God, we just
I was like,
looked
that's
at that.
embarrassing. I'm like, oh goodness, but I give good face.
I will say, if a meme was $1, we'd all win the prize, girl.
We'd all had already got the $100,000 by now, honey.
For sure.
Baby.
For sure. I mean, that's what I am most excited about the memes.
I
I'm
am
excited
too.
for like Lee Dawson
Uh-huh.
stuff.
And the fans are so fast with it. It's like
Yes.
we were in
Oh
our
my
press looks
God.
yesterday, and we were in the bus going to the next place, and there were already like drawings and
Yeah.
stuff.
fan art. The fan
Yeah.
art is nuts.
Phenomenal.
It's insane.
That's a lot of talent out there.
Oh my God, people just have like time to sit and like look at our faces and draw them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they
exactly.
usually look
And
better
they-
than I do, so.
Like, damn.
So have you guys, speaking of fans, have you had any incredible fan moments, either like post the announcement going out or before?
Well, first of all, it's crazy thinking that we have any sort of influence on how somebody views drag. And, you know, because prior to this, we were fans of the show.
Yeah.
And we were in that same spot, you know, like we were hoping to get recognized by a queen that we saw on the show. So to have the role reversed is very strange and peculiar, and it's a strange perspective. But it's thrilling, too. It's amazing that, and there's a lot of pressure that we have an influence on somebody's life.
Yeah.
Wow,
And
that's
it's crazy. Social media, it's like there's constant notifications now. People are always sending us messages, and it's just really nice when people send like, you inspire me, your drag really speaks to me. And I think that's what we all hope to do with our own drag, because we all do the drag that we love.
Yeah.
The most touching one that I've had so far is a young 12-year-old boy reached out to me, and he was asking me for advice of how to come out to his family. And I was just like, you have to take your time. When it's right for you, you come out when it's right for you. You don't have to force it for anyone else. You don't have to feel obligated to come out. It's on your time. It's your story. It's how you are to tell it. So don't feel pressure to do it now. Be yourself and take your time and really come to terms and know who you are. And the time will present itself, and you'll feel so much better about it.
And I'm sure those words meant a lot to
Oh
the
my God.
person.
They literally started crying. I was like, oh my God, I did not mean to make you cry. I'm so sorry. Oh goodness.
Your poor makeup.
I got a lot of messages from like Iranian kids who are all over the world, including in Iran, which they're like, I'm gay, but no one knows. But knowing that you're going to be on TV gives me hope that like maybe one day like I'll be able to be myself, which is like crazy to me. And also like I'm so grateful because like that's the representation that like I think all of us hope to bring from every walk that we come from, to like be that face and that name and that voice and that story that like kids and other people can see themselves reflected back.
Yeah.
Which that's the beauty of Drag Race, is like you can see this whole other part of the world that like prior to this show was like hidden in the shadows.
Yeah.
So that's cool that we get to bring light to that.
It
Yeah,
is.
absolutely. There's a reason why the show keeps winning Emmys, and I think it is largely due to the fact that, you know, those types of topics are discussed, and it's
yes, for sure.
fantastic. So with all of those great comments, sometimes come bad comments. Do any of you clap back at some of the people? No?
I don't
No.
think you can give them attention.
Yeah.
Because normally
give
when
them
people
fuel.
leave a rude comment and you comment back, they're like, "Oh my God, I love you. I'm obsessed with you. I'm a huge fan." So they just
Yeah,
want
yeah, of
they just
course.
want the recognition.
They're trolls.
But I do
Yes.
love mean comments. I always look forward to comments that are like really gonna hurt me. Like
Well, this
I
is
want them to
perfect.
like see my
Oh,
insecurities. Yeah.
Did you pull up her?
Do you have mean comments for us?
So we've been doing a little bit of a segment called Clap Back.
The
like,
shade!
So what I would-
Xfinity Hangouts!
Well, what I want to do is
I call
maybe-
shade.
Yes. Crystal Methyd. Basically, we got Trevor Kitchenoga. He says, Lil Pound Cake grew up and threw in an audition tape. Word.
Work!
I appreciate it.
Okay.
I take a lot of inspiration from Miss Pound Cake.
This is kind of one of my favorite ones.
I love
So,
it.
Jackie. Helena Black, 80. Is it just me, or does Jackie Cox sound like Linda Belcher from Bob's Burgers?
Oh my God. Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's not bad. Oh, that's not bad. I love her.
I take that as a compliment.
That's not a bad
So
thing.
this is the thing. It was actually really hard to find these.
These
'cause
are
there's
winners.
so many great comments.
Yeah.
from you
That's
guys.
tea.
amazing and
Heidi.
Oh God.
Who knew Myrtle Urkel, if you know who that is?
I love her. Yes.
Would make it onto Drag Race.
Word.
Amazing.
Good doing it too. I live.
And then Gigi. When I first saw her, I was thinking to myself, is this James Charles?
That's so creative.
I know. Really, I mean, come on.
It's in it, but I will say we do look very similar, and I will be painting James Charles to look exactly like me one day.
Yeah. Oh my God, me too. Perfect. Well, you guys are all beautiful, and I can't wait to see this
thank
season.
you.
Thank
for
you so
having
much.
us.
I really
Cheers.
appreciate it. Oh,
Cheers.
just watch your
Oh,
head.
oh,
Yeah.
cheers.
Cheers if you've got any left.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Girls,
Cheers.
down it. Bottoms up.
Bottoms up. Stand up, Heidi.
My fellow Americans, the time has come for America's first drag queen president.
We are the best queens in the world, but I'm the one to beat.
I love this runway look.
I became very excited.
It was some next level.
Are you ready for a season so groundbreaking, it will go down in history? Gentlemen, I have a surprise so big, you'll never see it coming.
You aren't ready.
What are you waiting for? Join the revolution. Do it for your country.
I pledge allegiance to the drag.